what most police do. When the last time the police really saved a person?
Probably today.
You know what I'm saying? But like, all right, what like in a car wreck?
Probably about 13 minutes ago.
But he probably called the fire department though. Like he can't really do shit. If something on fire, he got to call the fire department. You know what I'm saying?
If somebody bleeding out, he got to call the ambulance.
He got to call the ambulance. He got to call somebody.
Yeah, he still need help.
All he doing is calling motherfuckers. He either shooting you or calling somebody for you. Calling for backup, like motherfucker, like let a motherfucker pull up and you too big. He ain't even gonna get out the car till the next 2 or 3 cars pull up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wrote on a wall in the comedy club in Macon one time, this club, and it was like, I wrote, if you kill here, get out of the business.
Who was it that saw that,
Yes.
Tom? They saw it in the green
Yes,
room.
Stuart Huff saw it. He was coming off stage, like where a guy had literally jumped up on stage and punched him for talking about the fact that his sister got married to another woman, and he was going to have donate the sperm for her to have the kid, and the guy went up on stage and punched him, and he was coming off like, oh, I suck at comedy, and then he saw that and it cheered him up.
wait, he just punched him and sat back down?
They came up and got the guy and got him off, but it was like, and then he sort of was like, all right, I guess that's the end of the show.
Right. And that's also another thing I was thinking about. Like, if somebody get on stage while I'm doing my shit,
Yeah.
I'm liable to stab or shoot them. Like, I'm not gonna handle it with grace.
Nah, hell
and make it funny. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I would legitimately, in my mind, I would just hurt somebody badly and then never do comedy again.
Yeah.
There's no viral clip or nothing. Yeah. I pulled out my box cutters, stabbed him 3 times, and then that's it.
Now I'm known as the guy who killed that guy on the stage.
Yeah, I would just do the itty box forever.
But I feel like if I hit you with a stool on tour, that's it for me having to have to deal with anybody coming on stage again. Because I do whatever it takes to make you sit the fuck back down.
Yo, DC Young Fly set that shit up. Somebody got on stage with him, and he was in Georgia or something. Yeah. He was somewhere. He knocked that nigga the fuck out, bro.
Right, yeah.
And then just walked around the stage still in like hood mode for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. he kept going in through a set. That's awesome.
Yes, that shit's amazing. But I can't do that. I'm not to knock somebody out. I'm a stabber or a shooter. I'm not a boxer. I'm trying to. This shit is because I know I can't box like that.
How fast can you get your knife out?
Quickly.
Way of the blade.
Quickly. I ain't bring it. I didn't think I needed it, but like.
Yeah, you don't know me. I make.
Shoot.
Yesterday I was wearing a hoodie, and you're right. There's an American flag on the back.
Yeah.
And I thought today when I was looking at it, I was like, he's right about that flag thing. I had a similar feeling like, is this?
It's just what does that mean?
Something about it feels a little like
it wasn't blue.
You know how you said you feel like, Tom, you look like a racist a couple weeks ago? And I was like, is that another example? Does that have a racist feel to it, that flag?
Yeah, I mean, with you. If I was wearing it, if you was wearing it, it's a cool hoodie. But if you wearing it, it's like, what's that mean?
Yeah. I kind of had a little feeling like that. It made me resist when I first saw the hoodie in the first place.
It looked cool, but I didn't know what it means.
Yeah.
When I see an American flag that's not American flag colors, I need to know what that means immediately. Like, what does that mean? Like, what's that mean though?
Yeah. What kind of organization?
If it's like black and red, any color, I'm like, what's that mean? What's that mean? Purple. What's that mean? What's that mean though? That's my flag. What's that mean? I just need to know. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I just need to know what does that mean.
You just want to be informed.
I love that. Yeah. Like that's to me. Like I thought I had a similar feeling without expressing it. You know what I mean? So when you said that, it got me thinking about it because it's like I thought that when I first saw it too, and I was like, that's something about that's not right. I don't know what that means. If that.
I saw a black dude with a black and gray American flag. I was like, that's just hot. Then I seen the black and white one. I was like, hey, what's that mean? Because the blue one is like Blue Lives Matter. So I'm like, hey,
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what do the other colors mean?
The red one is like firefighters.
That's dope. I fuck with the firefighters.
Yeah, I do too. But
firefighters rule.
You can only get it when you're a firefighter. Like you shouldn't be like.
They should make that more available. I think if more black people outwardly support the other. Yeah. EMS.
People don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
people don't dick ride firefighters.
But we should actively support firefighters and like the ambulance.
We do have their job for them. What are you talking about?
I'm saying and make the police jealous.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Firefighters got us doing all their work.
What do you mean?
Like we've had to install like.
Oh, they're not gods.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta know.
I know, but We're installing the water. We got the system, sprinkler systems. We got fire extinguishers in our house.
I
Like,
mean,
the
you
only
don't
thing
want to
we're not-
have nothing, Tom. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, just keep the fire moist until we get there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if the rest of us at our jobs that had a way of like making our job easier that we made everybody else do, it would be really beneficial.
But Tom, that's like saying don't have Band-Aids and like, you know what I'm saying? Like alcohol because the ambulance is going to show up. Like have something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the same thing with guns. Like I ain't got as many guns as they got, but I got a little something to hold them off until they get here.
But you know what I mean? You're part firefighter. If you got to learn how to work your extinguisher and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? If I can do your job by reaching under my kitchen sink, you know what I'm saying? How
I see what you're saying. I see what we should probably change the name. You're right. Cause we all fought fires before. They should be like Inferno fighters.
Yeah. Save you from death guys or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
like or just call them the
Fire
water
finishers.
Why they call them water warriors?
That's a good one too.
Water warriors. Because like that's what they, you know what I'm saying? That's what they doing essentially.
Yeah.
I like that better. I'd be a water warrior.
Aqua warriors. Aqua warriors.
Nah, you doing too much.
I am.
Doing too much.
Are you trying to say aqua?
He's trying to say aqua warriors.
Aqua warriors.
Oh,
Nobody want to be an aqua warrior.
Aqua warrior.
That's too much. Water.
It's not like you fight the water
Yeah.
or fight in water.
Water warrior.
Yeah.
And that kind of puts you up there with Navy SEALs a little bit. A little bit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Have an elite name.
Firefighters do got an easy ass job though.
The
Easy?
only thing I'm gonna say,
How often is shit on fire?
the only thing that can make their job cooler is if they all got guns. That'll be
Water
dope.
guns.
Nah, I don't know. I was talking about the real.
Like big, no. Like big things on their backpack, like Ghostbusters things. And they
Oh,
can
the
go
big tanks. I was thinking about like Smith and Wessons.
like a reverse flamethrower.
All right, firefighters do keep other shit from burning down, but how often do you see a fire truck in motion on the way to a fire?
A lot.
A lot.
Is the shit really on fire though?
Not all the time.
I mean, I don't chase them, but I mean,
Yeah,
I see
me
them moving.
I'm just gonna assume.
Yeah.
Firefighters come out whenever the damn smoke alarm come off too. If the smoke alarm go off too bad at an apartment complex.
Yeah, they do need a smaller unit.
But I mean, I'd rather them show it when they don't need to than just not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want them to be AAA.
That's true.
Yeah, don't be AAA with it. Y'all good?
Oh,
Did y'all get that handled?
that's a really good callback. Man.
But I guess that's why people don't dick ride firefighters like they dick ride the police. I don't understand people's infatuation with like
It's good, better PR.
They got
law
guns.
enforcement. Nah, I mean
Guns.
but everybody got guns.
I think it used to be that people just, you know what I mean? It was like, you're right. Like when you say, hey, you're a police officer, and everybody starts clapping.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody does anymore. I think it's like,
Not-
you know what I mean?
not
Like-
anymore.
Like
Nah,
somebody
it
says that
depends
now,
where
and
you at.
there's a couple people and a little
Like,
hesitation, and you're
it's
like,
like,
ooh,
oh.
things
If
aren't
there's
as
a,
good
if
as they
there's
used
a
to be after
cop at a
9/11.
comedy club, bro, that shit shut the whole night down.
Oh hell yeah.
That shut the whole night down,
If
bro.
there's a firefighter,
Who gives a
That's
fuck?
cool.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You police? No.
Somebody makes a
So you don't like
No.
you don't like cop love. You don't like.
I mean, I just think it's weird because they don't really like when you look at like what most police do. When the last time the police really saved a person?
Probably today.
You know what I'm saying? But like, all right, what like in a car wreck?
Probably about 13 minutes ago.
But he probably called the fire department though. Like he can't really do shit. If something on fire, he got to call the fire department. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody bleeding out, he got to call an ambulance.
He got to call the ambulance. He got to call somebody.
Yeah, he still need help.
All he doing is calling motherfuckers. He either shooting you or calling somebody for you. Calling for backup, like motherfucker, like let a motherfucker pull up and you too big. He ain't even gonna get out the car till the next 2 or 3 cars pull up. What like all they really do is get revenue from citizens.
Right tickets.
Write tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Tickets, shooting somebody or calling
they
somebody.
don't have to defend you.
Or like traffic.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to show up. If you call and say, I got a gunman in my house, they ain't coming in the house. They gonna be outside.
Wait
Trying
for backup.
Waiting for backup, trying to talk to the gunman. They ain't gonna come in there and save the fucking day.
Yeah, it's not John Wick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's some
Like,
overweight dude.
you know what I'm saying? who don't really do shit on a day-to-day basis.
And the thing is, like, you're not getting that gunman call weekly.
That shit,
So it's not enough for you to be really ready for
that
it.
shit once a career problem.
That's your moment. And you might get the wrong dude. Oh, shaky hands Larry.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, cops are regular people. A lot of them are taking a job because that shit is low turnover rate. And if you ain't getting a call, you ain't doing shit. Now granted, when you get that call, you might have
concentrated shit. It's all at once.
Let's say you got 40,000 work hours in a year. Let's say it's that. I don't know the numbers. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't did it. As a cop, you might have 2 really fucked up work hours. And if you work in a bad place, you might have 8,000 fucked up work hours out of them 40,000. But them other 32,000 hours,
you chilling.
What the fuck are you doing for?
Paperwork.
If you ain't doing shit, you ain't doing paperwork.
I wonder if a policeman could argue that.
They would argue that because that's
yeah, they gotta keep a job.
Right.
We do more than that, you know, obviously.
All right, so you write tickets when people
like if somebody, it's like when people say, "Oh, comedians, y'all just talking." We do more than that, and we gotta prove it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I talk better than you, nigga. Like that. I mean, you something.
I ride around all day too.
Everybody in their profession will defend their profession to their death.
Yeah.
If you lose an argument, nigga, you broke.
Yeah.
And that means you're homeless. All the cats are dead. Your girl left you. You got to make what you do make sense. If
I say we can just make the firefighters the police, and they can do the same exact shit that the police do.
Ooh.
What, like post for calendars and
they do that already.
And cook in the firehouse.
Ride around in a squad car, in a firehouse squad car. You know
I'm sure they would love that.
And write speeding tickets and respond to domestic violences and shit like that. Now, if you got a gunman, you call the elite squad. You call a SWAT team. You don't need. They can split the shit up between the firemen and the fire medics.
I would argue part of why we're moving more and more in like in a police state sort of direction with them having like military stuff and all that. That all comes from the introduction of like SWAT and all these things, and now it's like we have to go in like the fucking army. You know what I mean? And now we're gonna have. I don't know. But I do like that idea of sort of make it. If police could have sort of a. They're like firemen.
I'm gonna tell you what they had that shooter
where you're not writing tickets to people, but you're helping people. Like you're not the dick and the guy that you call for help.
Yeah, but there was this. But what was that the transgender school shooter?
It was the Florida school. It was one of the Florida school shootings.
It was one. I watched the videotape of them dudes going in. I'm saying this just.
It was a Texas one, the one where the cops stayed out in the thing.
There's been a couple of them.
The one I saw, it was. I know his last name was Engelbert. I think his first name was Rex or something like that. Something American and shit. I don't know where. What about? You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
He didn't go into the school.
Engelbert?
No, the video I saw, the dude pulled up, got out the thing, went into the trunk, got the AR and ran in that Call of Duty. Not playing at all. He was leading the strike team.
Yeah, because
he was leading the team.
What happened at Parkland where they didn't go in, and everybody's like, "Not me, I'm going in."
Bro, that as an American, I don't want you to pull up like that.
Right.
I don't want you to pull up, sir. Are you do what that nigga did? Kick the front door in on me.
But then you got the situation
on me, clearing corners. Bro, I want you like that.
But then you got the situation in Florida where the sheriff pulled up and he heard the shooting and he ran out of the building and fucking left. And they tried to fire him for that shit, and he was like, and the union was like, nah, he don't have no duty to go into no situation, to stay in a situation like that where he got to be in a firefight. He don't have to do none of that shit. They had to give him his fucking job back and let him retire with his pension and shit.
Yeah.
They had the situation in Texas with the school shooter in Texas. You had cops outside not letting people go, not going in, refusing to go in and do anything about the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying that. So the police don't have to help you legally. They legally do not have to fucking help you. You fucked up on the side of the road, just a flat tire, in the middle of the night, pouring down rain. What's going on here? Flat tire? All right, man. Figure it out. And they get the fuck on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could be a criminal, but they could just run you out.
I'm just making a case for niggas like Rex Engelbert.
Now,
there should be levels. I think your first level should be a patrolman. You either got like a little light stick or a stun gun, something, I don't know, pepper spray. You write tickets. And then when shit go down, we call the Rexes.
Right.
And those are the ones that got the M4s and the shoddy pumps and all that. And they the ones that handle the shit like
the training.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of them don't need a gun.
Right. I'm just saying it seems like it's a part of society that romanticizes.
What? All of them don't need a gun.
All the cops don't need a gun. And
all of them don't.
But 3 minutes ago, you're like, everybody needs Simmons. You can need a gun.
Citizen.
Everybody should have a gun.
But Tom, you confusing what I would like with where we at. You see what I'm saying? I would like it if Pokemon existed. They don't. You see what I'm saying? So like in my world, we'll be like other countries. Only the police got the guns. Like if you need a gun, call the police. Right. And if you want to own a gun, it's a fucking hassle, nigga. Like they come to your house like every 2 months for a mental health check. Yeah. You got to keep that bitch in a safe in another room up high. Like it's more of a hassle to even have one. Right. I would love that, but what we got is everybody got a gun. So I say grab one. Yeah. I mean, there's no point. It's like cell phones. Like you need one at this point.
Like we should be more responsible with guns. We should have 20, 30 years ago, but we well past that shit now. So if you if you feel comfortable enough to own a firearm, you should own a firearm.
Facts.
You shouldn't don't fuck it.
I wasn't comfortable in my 20s. I was too sad. Now I got way too much shit to lose, bro. Like my biggest fear back then was like probably killing myself on some real shit. My biggest fear now is somebody kicking in my front door because they know like these are some hippy dippy fucking people in Greensboro that don't think this could happen to them.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I don't want my last words to be like Sierra run. I just charge a nigga that got a gun. I'm like, yo, get down, fight. I'm hitting something, and then selling the house. And then shit got fucked up. Shit got fucked up immediately, bro. Well, we gotta sell this house now. I
say this.
We gotta sell this bitch immediately.
Like some people that are police are good police. They are heroic people, but I don't like that people romanticize
all police,
the badge and the uniform because
of course
the motherfuckers is people.
Yes,
and just like everybody shouldn't be a comedian, everybody shouldn't be a police officer getting paid to fucking ride around with a gun in a squad car with authority.
Yeah,
some motherfuckers are just they was good their whole life just to become a cop and do bad shit.
And there are studies that are pretty glaring. It's like with like prison guards, but that has to translate up to like as you become a person with authority, more things that about your demons or your whatever, the way your mind works sort of start to come out. And when you have that power, like you start to use it and it feeds you in a different way. It's like, I agree with that. Like there's studies about that have shown. I don't think they've done it to police officers, but I think that corresponds.
You need to watch We Own the City on HBO with Bernthal.
Yeah.
You need to watch that shit. It's about these plainclothes police officers.
Do you just sit around watching television all day? What do you? Okay.
I mean,
you know
every part.
Yeah.
If it's some fire, I probably know of it. But if it's certain people I see, I'm like, I gotta watch this shit. Like Bernthal is he's the best actor y'all got. Period.
Didn't you say he's white Denzel?
White Denzel.
Bernthal.
You know Bernthal, right? The Punisher.
John Bernthal.
No.
Talks like this in a majority of his
movies. Is that his name for real, John Bernthal?
Bernthal, yeah.
That's his actor. That's his government name.
That's his name.
Okay. Yeah, Walking Dead.
Shane
Walking Dead.
Okay, yeah.
He's fired. Like he is one of the best. I think he's the best actor white people have. Period.
What about the guy that just won the Academy Award for Oppenheimer?
He good.
The guy.
He good. Don't get me wrong. He good. I don't. Here's my thing. I think y'all should have 2 award shows. What white people think, and then what black people think. Because black people would put Bernthal up there, but I'm telling you, black people put Bernthal up there above Cillian Murphy. And Cillian Murphy is no slouch. He's fire. Bernthal is that dude.
All right. I have to look that.
Just watch The Punisher. Just watch the 2 seasons of The Punisher.
Okay. You know what I just watched was number 3 of The Equalizer.
Yep.
And it makes me obviously now I got to go. I'm gonna do it in reverse. Like
you didn't watch 1 and 2?
No.
Oh my God, bro, I love Equalizer. I think Equalizer is pound for pound as good as John Wick.
That was a very good franchise for Denzel to get into.
He killed it. He definitely killed it. He killed everything he do.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Denzel do something and was like, oh, this ain't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
Manchurian Candidate. I hated that shit.
Man, I just hated the movie. I ain't hate Denzel.
Yeah, I hate Denzel, but the movie was bad. Denzel wasn't bad. The movie was bad.
And I can't even tell you why I hated the shit.
Because when you got Denzel playing somebody that's not confident and not in control, you fucked your movie up. Like Taking Pelham 123.
Dude, I like him in that one.
No, bro, but like,
interesting to see that.
It'll be a better movie. It'll be a better movie though, in my opinion, if the roles were reversed. Denzel's the
But it shows
bank
how good
robber.
of an actor he is, because I know him as this training day guy that's like tough and hard, and then see him as this nerdy subway guy, and he pulls it off. It's like, oh, he's a great actor.
He is a great actor. I'm saying as far as the movie though, they could have maximized. It did show a different side of him,
It raised
but
the stakes more. He's like, what is he gonna do? He's a nerdy little subway guy. It raised the stakes
but
for me.
okay, but take it. Same example. Take him Pelham 123. He's a nerdy subway conductor.
Yeah,
There's another one called like Runaway or like
never saw that one.
I swear to God, the whole movie is about a train
I know
that
what you're
won't
talking about.
stop.
I know what you're
It's
talking about.
him
It's
and Chris
got,
Pine.
Is it Chris Pine? Yes.
Here's
Train won't stop.
Here's the formula. Denzel, young, attractive white dude, hit. Every fucking Safe House, fucking Two Guns, that fucking Train movie, Training Day. You put Denzel with a young hot white dude, and you got a hit for sure. That movie's about
Inside
nothing.
Man's really good too.
Inside Man is good. That's really good. The movie's about nothing but a train that won't stop, and Denzel made that shit a thriller.
Yeah, it was way better. Like you're right. You see the preview for it, and you're like, that's not a movie.
Denzel make anything interesting. He made Flight good.
What was the one you
Flight
said?
was good.
What's the one you said?
Flight was
Inside
dope
Man?
as shit.
What's that?
Inside Man.
Yeah, Inside
With
Man's great.
Clive Owens.
Yeah, that's a Spike Lee joint.
You seen
That's
that?
a really good one.
I probably have. I can't. That's what I'm trying to remember it right now.
Super good bank heist movie. Jesus Christ.
I wish Spike Lee made more movies.
I like how many he made because I feel like he has time to like think about it. Because if he made them like Marvel, it wouldn't be, you know what I mean?
I'm a Jordan Peele fan.
think he
I'm
makes
on,
the
I'm on that Jordan Peele wave.
But you know what? Now that I
Jordan
mentioned it,
Peele's great.
Spike don't really do. He only do one kind of genre really.
That's why I can't really get. I get. It's like I get that he's good and important. I just don't.
Because he do biopics. He do coming of age films.
Yeah, I'm not.
No Better Blues
that's
is like
not me.
a coming of age film.
That ain't me.
But it's a good ass movie. Jungle Fever, you ain't seen that?
You haven't seen it?
The Five Bloods is really good. That's a
seen
good.
it.
That's like.
I seen Do the Right Thing, and then even
Do
then,
the Right Thing is good.
everybody we had to watch Do the Right Thing. How do you feel about that Italian restaurant scene
Styles,
when he gets mad about not having no black people on the wall?
who bugging out?
Yeah. I mean, how you feel about that?
Juan Carlo.
So I remember how they told me to feel in college.
How do I feel about like?
That's
And it's
funny.
crazy 'cause,
How did
like-
you feel? How'd they tell you to feel in college?
It's
See how
terrible.
annoying
Let
he
me
is?
tell you how I feel about it.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good
I was-
call.
So, Sal's, that was Bedford Stuyvesant, right? So Sal's Italian Pizzeria probably had been there for 50 years. Sal's probably Salvatore Jr., right? When that pizza restaurant got built, it was probably a majority Italian neighborhood. Now, did they make some money and move out of the neighborhood, New Jersey or Bensonhurst or whatever, and still and still feeding the community? Right, but it's his establishment. And the Italians are notoriously racist. Yeah. So
It's funny you say that because when I was in New York, me and Serena used to say that. We'd be driving around like these young Italians. It's the same as the rednecks in the South. They have the same fuzzy dice in the windshield. You know what I mean?
they
have
kind of
this-
got the same.
And the
mentality about
racism, and this nobody want to hear this. Racism is way more intense in the North than it is down here.
Yeah.
It's in our culture down here, but like we know how to like on some real shit. I mean, I'm being funny, but it's real. We play around with racism. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a line that you just don't cross. But we don't hide from it. Like everybody racist or prejudiced or whatever. And we play with those tropes and stereotypes all the time across cultures down here. In the North, it's like, don't talk about it until that shit comes out. Remember that white lady that was in Brooklyn? Or what? She got punched in the mouth by somebody. And she was just like, niggers, niggers. And she just had a meltdown. Yeah. But that's what happens when you just pinned all that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was in her for years. Yeah. And it just came out when she got hit in the mouth.
And so to answer the question,
I felt like it was more like open, and it made me uncomfortable.
They racist. Why would I pay $5,000 a month to live in a closet and do 1 minute sets when niggas is dummy racist to me?
Right.
People are like a base level polite racist down here. But they're not trying to fuck my life up.
But
I can't walk on certain streets.
Had I been living in that neighborhood, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about like they was the people like, yo, you think we finna stop coming and get this good ass pizza for 50 cents because he ain't got no, because Sal's argument was my dad or myself met all these people.
Yeah.
They came and got pizza here.
Yeah.
You want me to put a picture of Michael Jordan up, tell him to come buy a fucking pie.
Yeah.
And take and sign the article and sign it. And I put the picture up. And they were just like, nah, it's too many black people that come in here. You take our money, we want to be represented. And it's like, well, what the fuck?
When do y'all make it? These are all stars.
Yeah.
In college, they were like, they were trying to get me to think that it was fucked up that there were no black people on the wall. Like, this is how it starts, man. Some cute light-skinned girl got a fucking wild opinion, and niggas start agreeing. Yeah. That's really that's every college classroom in America. The hot girl say something stupid, and people defend it.
And I feel like they be doing. That shit.
Bro, it's happening right now.
And I feel like the hot girls do that shit on purpose just to see
who want to fuck with them.
How stupid motherfuckers get over them. Like they don't believe what they saying. They like, I'm gonna just say some ridiculous shit. And I'm gonna see who co-signs.
And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking,
that's what you're giving. I would have never thought of that.
The whole time I'm sitting here thinking, if you want black people on the wall, buy a building and put black people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not complaining to no white people about nothing.
When I used to do Uptown,
that's the biggest crutch we got as a people is like we feeling like this is an invisible white person that's just making it so you can't do anything.
And if it is, why complain to white people you can see?
If a white person holding you back, why complain to white people?
That don't make sense. I mean, I guess it do because like, hey,
but that's like calling 911.
Well,
for a
I don't know,
cop.
man. I'm like,
what the other cop about to do? Yeah. Oh, Frank again. Silencer on the gun. Third time this month, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to complain to the problem about the problem.
Yeah,
it just didn't make any sense to me. The dude made sense to the movie. You want black people up here. Get a restaurant and do whatever you want to do. This is America.
When I started comedy at Uptown, right, and obviously, all the wall was just filled with famous black comics. The headshots coming in, you know what I mean, and then up on the walls it was like big pictures of guys, portraits, and that was one of my big jokes at the time. Basically, like, look at this place. It's like the opposite of do the right thing. There's not one white person on these walls.
That's funny.
Come on, Earthquake, put some white people on these walls.
That's the thing about Laughing Gas. They had all the comedians on the wall that have never even set foot in that building. Chappelle, Kevin Hart, all these big names that just never, ever came by.
You know what was cool about that to me, though, is like I felt like it was like an homage to really great comedy. And so when I would pull up to that club, I would be like, this is cool. Like by what they were representing on the walls, it made me feel like inside that room.
I miss that, man. Like all the old Good Night. We walked in Good Nights. They had all the headlines that ever been there with like a headshot signed across the whole thing. You feel like you walking into like legitimately a part of history.
Yeah.
You're like I'm sharing the stage. Well, not sharing the stage, but I'm stepping on the stage where all these people were.
Yes.
And it just makes shit more important.
That's why
in my
it was
opinion.
weird when the mic, they had a mic on that stage. Like I went to a mic there, and then I went up, and I was like, why am I on the same stage that Chappelle has?
Yeah, Patrice.
I mean, but you could say that.
I hadn't even been
Tom
doing it a year
Segura.
then.
But you could be like, why am I on the same? Why is my comedy home the place where Eddie Pepitone comes when he comes to the area? You know what I'm saying? Like this shit. Like I do mics where Maria Bamford sold out 2 shows in the same fucking night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that gives you a leg. I mean, I think it's all a different skill. It's all different muscle. I remember one time. This is how I knew shit was different, bro. And I'd never want to say one region's over the other because we were talking about it yesterday. That different regions got different styles and strengths and shit like that. Yeah. But these guys from New York came to Good Nights one time. They had to do 10-minute sets. These niggas were upstairs rehearsing, bro. Mm-hmm. Like going through the shit word for word to make sure they had it because they weren't used to doing 10 minutes. Yeah. And I'm the host, and I'm like, man, shit, man, 10 minutes ain't nothing. That's whatever.
Lunch.
You know, I do that in my sleep, bro.
I get offended when you offer me less than 10 minutes. I'm only really doing less.
That's why like
I don't know. I used to pace around and
bro,
I'm still pacing around right now.
Niggas is like, bro, we gotta get you on Kill Tony. I'm like, nigga, what am I gonna say in a minute?
Word.
Like if you know me comedically, what the fuck would I say that's super funny in 1 minute?
Like I get what you're saying. I get what JD's saying. Like it wouldn't do me any good. Even though my grandma live in New York and I got family and I could probably stay up there and pay $700 a month of rent to live with somebody or something or whatever and go to all these clubs. It doesn't do it would only do me some good because I'd be learning how to quick form.
You tighten.
I would write a bunch of one-liners because I do have a lot of material where I got 45 seconds where I don't expect a laugh. Where if I don't get a laugh, that's fine. But in New York,
you guys are nuts. You guys the sets that we do at Idiot Box are short. You're
Yeah.
not going up there. I mean, and so it forces you to just figure out joke, and then you grow joke. Like I think that I'm not saying you need to go, and I get it because you can do it here. I'll make that argument too. But to dismiss it, that's like,
I'm not dismissing it.
It's so many different stages, so many different comics
Right.
that you're watching, you can't help but get better.
I think in the first 10 years that's important, like all the different shit. But it's like at the where I'm at right now, I more or less have my voice, and I kind of got my pacing. If I change anything up, it would just be, I don't know. It would just feel
You just
disjointed.
go there and be you. What do you
for
mean?
me, it's so much
In
different
2 minutes?
shit with in 2.
I'm not gonna get comfortable in 2 minutes.
And I'm not saying I couldn't do it. It's just like what I noticed about the New York Comics. He said they was in there rehearsing like at the festival. You see the New York Comics, they walk off, they gotta go somewhere off in the corner and
Really get
their
it
shit
off
together. Whereas other people like Florida comedians, you know what I'm saying, they ain't doing that shit for as
Like-
far as I know. The LA comics kind of like that too. Where they just more tight. Like they sets are tight.
Like, yeah, like if Jenny walked up to me or E and said, "You got 15 minutes," E would probably go, "Pretty Eyes, Zombie,
Girl,
Funeral,
dad.
Girl Dad," and like that's
set list.
that's all he
And
needs.
that's
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do ECPI, Samurai Sword, and maybe throw in something about the Middle East, and I'm like, okay, that's 15 minutes.
Is that not normal? Because
It's around here.
Okay.
But I mean, I've seen people other places like I got. They need to know how much time I get. Now when's the light coming? Okay, and they got like this joke is this and this joke is this. I'm like, but it's so formulaic. I'm like, you can't say this joke is 2 minutes because what the shit fall flat? Now it's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And what if that bitch smash? Now it's 5 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah.
when you commit yourself to this script, you robbing the audience of the fun that they
Yeah.
could have.
What if
Trundy told me that too.
What if
yeah.
a crowd member says something catchy and you piggyback off of it, and now you do a little 45-second rant on what they just said,
and now your timing's off. You going? You know
and
what I'm
that shit
saying?
murdering, and now you don't know where you're at in your set because you so regiment. You got a regimented word for word.
You
bar
gotta
for
have
bar.
the overall. You gotta have the overarching idea and like the point you want to get
Why
across.
you know it's
So it's
funny.
like all my jokes are thesis statement, point, but the point has to be a punchline, and however we get there is how we get there. I was watching my set with E and Seth at my house, and I looked at Seth, I said, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I don't remember. I didn't remember saying half of that stuff. But people were laughing, and we were getting to the point.
And
But
it was funny.
I don't
It was-
remember.
It was jokes.
I don't remember the set like that.
was
Truly,
good
I
lines,
I know it was a good set. I don't remember what I said.
So how do you say it again?
You got to listen.
Just
to
say it again. I mean, what I'm saying could be taken however way it's gonna be taken in the room, but I know it's right. You know, like my black people can't be racist joke. I know that's right. I don't care if you agree or disagree.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the whole thing regardless. They just liked it a lot that night. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to catch everybody in the premise. If I catch you right here, that's less work I gotta do for the rest of it because you already with me.
Right.
I don't like it when niggas write with all that tension and then like bank on the punchline. I'm like, man, what if it don't hit?
Yeah.
I want the punchline to kind of be up front and then just
Yeah.
drip funny throughout the rest of it with maybe a decent punch at the end or whatever.
I mean, I
But
just
the
want
whole
you to
thing
laugh.
need to be hitting though.
The whole thing needs to be hitting. But I know that I get shit from. I just when I would do the playback or the audio listen back, especially if I know I said something different or new or whatever, I be like, okay, I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't never said that before. What made me think of that? I don't know, but I gotta start saying that shit. I gotta start trying to say that every time now. That's a part of the joke now.
Right.
Like I done got very good parts of a joke just. You know what I'm saying? It just came to me in the middle of the joke, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a really good line." And like they laugh hard as shit.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh wow," because I feel like,
Does it ever come to you and then you don't say it, and then it's like the next night you're like, oh yeah, that
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I love that feeling. Like it's like you start to watch the genesis of a joke in your head. Like you're
Yeah.
like,
I had
somehow
some-
you hear, oh, there's a pause right there that could probably be a joke, and then you're still telling the rest of it. And then the
Yeah.
next night you're like, oh, there's that pause again. You know, like,
You know what I'm saying? You get it out, and it worked like you want it. You like, oh, I'm funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a joke yesterday, didn't get it off, and got it right where I wanted it, and boom, that shit happened better than I expected. I thought this was gonna be a chuckle, and I got to stop talking for a second.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
That's what's up. Like that's.
and then
one
you
of my
got to be
favorite things.
careful about like or if it goes the other way where you write a joke after, like remembering that that's the punchline that gets the laugh, because like then you start going through that somehow in your own head and performance. Like now the punchline in your head is the third tag.
Yeah.
and then you stop getting those laughs on, and then it just becomes that joke at the end. So you got to like tell each joke like this is the joke, bam,
Right.
bam, you know, because that happens to me sometimes where it's those jokes no longer are working like they were because I'm waiting. It's like somehow I'm saving the laugh for the last one.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Now I find myself doing that at like Mike's where I got a new line or a new tag for a joke, and I phone it in through the joke to get to that tag just to see if it worked.
Right.
But like at a real show where like you need jokes and you know what I'm saying, where you need like, because I got a thing where like I got new material, but I'm scared to like really like not scared, but I won't do it at a new show just yet until I'm super confident in it. Like I might start pulling love languages out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not done, but it's got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's basically done.
I feel like jokes don't really evolve until you do it on a show.
You're right.
Every time I've done something that worked at a mic a couple of times, when I do that at a show and get like a good reaction, then it's like something else that I could just, if I not even like a tag, but just like say something. If I could add something to the end of this, that could spark something else later, maybe.
Right.
You know, I always try to throw something new on the show. When I feel like it's about at that point to be done, that's when I do it on the show. Cause I know that show's gonna finish it.
Right.
The show's gonna finish the joke.
Like, I'm not sure love languages. Like I ain't really got my back end of that shit figured out all the way.
We better start telling it before the next book comes out.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
You know what I mean? Before the next, like, what
right.
Your love language.
how they're describing love language.
It's way more than the ones they said though.
Right, cause my love, that's a real love.
I was thinking about that shit. I was like, my love language is being left alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I love you, I'll leave you alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you good? You got food? You got water? TV? All right, I'm chill. Here's your space. Here's my space. If you love me, you'll leave me alone. That's how I feel about it.